Alright, family. Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Melody Economic News. Alright, family. Hope you had a very safe weekend. Amid all the reports that we need to be safe because of bad elements out there. Some white supremacists were talking about getting at us. Alright, family. So I hope you made it through and be safe. Alright, family. So the time is 4:12 in the morning. Alright, on a Monday morning. Alright, family. The date is July 6, 2020. And let's go ahead and get started, family. Alright. We're going to take a look at the S&P futures, Dow futures, NASDAQ futures, Russell 2000 futures, brought to you by Yahoo Finance. Alright, S&P futures, they're looking up about 40 points at about 1.28%. Dow futures are up at about 411 points at about 1.60%. NASDAQ futures look up at about 134.25 points at about 1.30%, and the Russell's futures, Russell 2000 futures is up 28.30 points at about 1.28%. If you want to round it up, you might as well call it 2%. All right, family. So it looks like the market is set to open up at a plus all markets, U.S. markets. All right. Getting crude oil. Crude oil is up at about plus 0.31 at about $40.96 a barrel. Gold. Please watch gold, family. That's going to be one of the big indicators. Gold is down about $4.80 to about $1,785.20 an ounce. Silver is up about is up about 4 cents to about $18.36 an ounce. All right. You want to get into some of these currencies. The euro is up to the US dollar at about plus 0.004, not much, to about $1.12, and $1 to about almost $1.1286 to it. Let's go ahead and round it up to about $1.13 to the dollar. Okay, the 10-year. All right, let's go to the 10-year bond is unchanged at about 0.6690. The VIX, the volatility index, that is down about 1.02 to about 27.60. All right, Bitcoin is up about 117.79 at about 1.30%. CMC Crypto 200 is up about plus 16, plus 0.16 at about $188.26. The go to another couple of markets. The FTSE is up about the FTSE 100 is about 141.21 points at about up 2.29%. All right, the Nikkei in Japan is up about 407.96 at about 1.83%. All right, family. So we got into the early morning markets. Some things are up, some things are down. So we're gonna go ahead and let's get it started with the family, with the news. All right. J.P. Morgan concludes the world is drowning in debt, too much debt for stocks to go down again. I want you to read that category again, family. And I will reference another story, somebody who came up with something that sounded kind of fishy. J.P. Morgan concludes the world is drowning in too much debt for stocks to go down again. In that title, family, that means they know the world is drowning in debt, so they're going to artificially inflate stocks. Because if it goes down like it's supposed to in a good market correction, then all bets are off. All right. Early this morning, J.P. Morgan quant Nicholas. It's a long name. PANIGIRTZOGLOU spotted ominous signs in equities, similar to what happened in the mid-2018, just before the Fed's over-tightening sent the stock markets tumbling into a mini bear market in quarter four of 2018, and then again in the late summer of 2019, when the break in the repo market forced the Fed to launch not QE. Family, we've been in quantitative easing since 2008. All right, we've never gotten out of it. All right, Once they began quantitative easing, which is basically dumping money into the market, cheap money, we never got out of it. All right. For the last front end of the U.S. Treasury curve, which is a far better signal of the financial stress than the long end, which now is mostly functioning of the global quantitative easing. Yes, we're in global quantitative easing. Central banks around the world are dumping money to try to save themselves and protect the markets from a collapse. All right, representing by the 1 million OSI 2-year to 1-year forward spread, which to the JPM quant is a better signal for policy exceptions. Once again, inverted, sending ominous alert signals across asset classes. When you hear something inverted, that means it's upside down. All right. When you hear people talking about the yield curve is inverted, that means the yield curve is upside down. It's into the negative. All right, more than the positive. All right. All right, we're gonna move down. At another time, the breakneck increase in public and private debt would have been a 140 billion warning clocks and going off 24/7. But now, in a time of helicopter money, that means helicopter money, fam. That means they're giving out money left and right. At MMT, it is precisely what the central planning doctors ordered to make sure the stocks never again suffer a modest pullback. And paradoxically, precisely what the man's last name, again, long last name I said earlier, family, is pitching in the latest note, which ironically comes just 2 days after the same JPM quant warned that the Fed had not done enough. Family, this financial collapse is unavoidable. All right, this is a global reset of the debt. It is in place now. The forces are in play to make sure that the gold standard comes back into play. All right, they cannot stop it. Central banks are being told that they're being run out of town because they're causing this problem. All right, world debt, private debt, public debt, corporate debt, government debt is out of control. All right, family, everything. All right. So we're gonna keep it going here. All right. Another story by from Zero Hedge. The first story was from Zero Hedge. Next story is from Zero Hedge. A storm waiting to happen. The average American power bill is about to rise as much as 30%. All right. All right. And we're gonna start again. Here we go. And today, the Fed cannot find inflation anywhere. News. It looks like there's the average American in 2020 is going from bad to worse. All right. Bloomberg is reporting that the rise in temperatures during the expected to be blistering summer, most consumers are about to face a sharp increase in electric bills that could drive some to the brink of financial ruin. All right. They're charging power bills, family. All right. They're raising rates up. All right. And there are other forces behind it, family. There's a serious claim to make about a power bill, but the facts are about to back it up. People are stuck at home instead of at the office this summer are going to depend on air conditioning far more than they use. This will drive up power bills 25% in parts of the U.S. according to the report. This comes at a time where about 50 million people are experiencing financial hardships. All right, family. We had a population of about 308 million people in the U.S. That's what they can count. All right, but we know our population is a lot more than the reported 13 or 14%. All right, but we're looking at, they saying 50 million people are expecting. All right, family, 50 million people are going to expect a hardship. That's what the people that they can count. All right, but the numbers are much, much higher. Working from their homes has already increased residential demand for electricity by 15% during work hours, according to NWAT, a utility consultant. Con Ed has warned customers bills could go up 10% this summer in California. The average bill may rise 25% over $200. All right. The state's Public Utility Commission has warned. All right. So out there in California, they're looking at a big jump, about 10%. Some 10% in California, and the average bill may rise 25% to about $200. All right, family. We being my family, because I still work, and my family gets out of the house. Trust me, my wife puts everybody out of the house, so we make sure things are going. We make sure things are going steady. But we did notice there was an increase. All right, family. That has been across the board. And in parts of the U.S. South, prices could rise as much as 30%, according to the Union of Concerned Scientists. All right, the increase could amount to as much as $50 per month, and the report says, and will disproportionately affect many of who are already struggling through the pandemic. All right, family. Job losses out there. Some of these job losses are going to be permanent. Yes, permanent job losses are coming, family. So the best thing to do, family, get yourself some trade, get yourself some skills, and make yourself your available, family. Keep updating that resume. All right, and go to our final story. All right, family. All right, this is courtesy of John Williams at shadowstats.com. All right. Looming shortages amid soaring sales and sinking production. Unstable and questionable May 2020 real estate sales soared on top of a large upside revision to April, removing March 2020 activity still down by 6.3%, which means negative 6.3% year to year. Mid-industrial production was unchanged versus April, net a revision down year to year by 15.3%. Or you hear me, when you say down or revised down, that means they were negative 15.3%. On top of downside revisions, May real new durable good orders, ex-commercial aircraft showed a modest monthly bounce of 8.3%, down 18.7%. All right, or negative 18.7% year to year. May Cass Freight Index year-to-year contractions deepened to negative 23.6%. All right, approaching its Great Recession record though. All right, then we got another one here, family, from him just below that one. As gold and silver prices begin to firm, nascent inflation pressures began to surface. Shortage-driven 40.4% monthly explosion in meat prices drove a record 1.6% monthly surge in May 2020 producer prices for goods. In extent to the ongoing near-term economic collapse, June 10th, FOMC held Fed funds target at 0.00% to 0.25%, with the most aggressive ever liquidity and money creation policy continuing. All right. May CPI dropped. Remember they talking about the consumer price index dropped about 0.05% to that was negative 0.05% in the month. Still dominated by collapsing gas prices, while shortages spiked food prices. Hi family, we kind of warned on this channel that shortages in food prices was coming as meat packing plants in the Midwest, in the middle part of the country, the heartland collapse. All right, people don't want to go to work. Some people are taking advantage of this by doing the nefarious deeds to get them days off of work. All right, family. Remember, family. Trust me, don't be one of the ones that try to do this nefarious stuff, because they remember that, they record it, and when the next round of severe layoffs coming, people gonna be getting their pink slips. All right, family. It's already started where I work at, family. This is why I go to work every single day, family, to keep my family safe and sound and financially stable. All right, family. I do this for the heart. So you, family, all right, if you like it, go ahead and like and subscribe. All right, family. I hope you had a good, safe over the weekend. Be safe, family. Take care of each other. Please take care of each other, family. All right, because the situation is deepening and it's getting much, much worse. All right, the mainstream media, all they care about saying COVID-19. All right, family, but the headlines are out there. Please go ahead and read and do your research. Please research the stuff that we talk about here on this news channel. All right, take care of each other, family. Thanks again for once joining us. Once again, like and subscribe if you like the news channel. We get more coming. All right, family. All right, take it easy. Take care of each other. Let's get it started.